Oh yeah, we're not just starting off with talking about stuff in the Star Wars universe itself, but we'll also be looking at stuff that were inspired by Star Wars. And what better way to kick it off than with the Muppets? Now, I was born in 1999, so I didn't have that strong nostalgia for the Muppets like everybody else, but I did love the movies. The movies were always great to watch, and it was always something that I truly enjoyed. I love Kermit the Frog. I'm a big fan of like the characters. Animal was probably my favorite. And yeah, when I started watching old stuff of the Muppets, I was like really intrigued and I was really digging the show. So I thought it would be nice to add in something else that I love, which is Star Wars. So when I found out that Mark Hamill did a guest appearance on one of the episodes, I had to watch it and I was like, oh. So Mark Hamill guest starred in order to promote The Empire Strikes Back. In this episode of The Muppets, Angus McGonagall was supposed to be the guest star for this edition of The Muppets, but instead gets replaced immediately by Mark Hamill, who comes out, as well as C-3PO and R2-D2. They're kind of wondering where are they, but they just go with the flow, and basically they're playing their own characters in the show. And just to kind of, for those of you who've never watched The Muppets, it's basically set up like a kid's version of Saturday Night Live. It's essentially what The Muppets is, and they just kind of went with the flow. And this the story was pretty simple. It's just like a bunch of skits, a couple of songs for the kiddos, and Mark Hamill's on the lookout for Chewie. He has been kidnapped and we are trying to figure out what's going on. But at the same time, Mark Hamill's interacting with the Muppets. There's actually a point where Mark Hamill starts voicing Fozzie the Bear as well as Kermit the Frog, and he actually did a really good job at voicing them. He even starts singing like them, and it kind of foreshadowed him playing the Joker in Batman the animated series and so on and so forth, because let's be honest, that's one of the best Jokers we got. Later on, we find out that Darth Nadir is the one who kidnaps Chewbacca. So we're like, okay, he's the one who kidnaps Chewbacca. Mark Hamill and C-3PO and R2-D2 are on the lookout for him. And when we saw the beak, I was like, that's Gonzo. That's clearly Gonzo. And it was fine. It was cute. We had other things such as like Miss Piggy as Leia, groping Mark Hamill. I mean, back then we didn't know that Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker were gonna be brother and sister. Um, and in here we just basically have these little adventures with a little pit stops of like different things happening throughout the show. And personally, there was a side of me that would have loved to have seen like an hour of this, not just 20 minutes. Like it could have been cool to like have like a mini movie where with Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker looking for Chewbacca or something like that. But I guess rights is gonna with rights to movie characters, movie names, it's gonna be hard to do all that stuff. But for what it was a fine little episode of the Muppets. It was good to see all the different characters interacting with each other. Two Mark Hamills, one was this musical lyricist, and the other one was Luke Skywalker. There was a lot of good things. It was good to see Chewie back, and honestly, the best part was seeing the behind the scenes stuff with how the Muppets work and how they managed to put together an episode like this. And those are always the best parts. So I mean, if you like the Muppets and if you like Star Wars, then this is it for you. This is a fine little episode. I'll give it a C plus. It was just okay. It was just nothing too great, nothing too horrible. It was fine. It was a fine little watch. It's nothing harmful. and it's just 20 minutes. So if you like the Muppets and if you like Star Wars, then you'll enjoy this. Now, earlier I said that this guest appearance led to the promotion for The Empire Strikes Back. Well, it's very fitting that tomorrow, on May 4th, we review what people have considered the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. Hell, one of the greatest movies of all time, The Empire Strikes Back. So I'll see you tomorrow with my review of The Empire Strikes Back, and I'll catch you all on the next one.